Good morning. Today we are going to continue with exercise 18D. 18D. We will see some more questions on slope and the angles between the lines question. Clear? So we are going to move on to question number 7. Question number 7. As you can see in question number 7, we are asked to find the value of y. Question says find y if the slope of the line joining so and so is minus 4 over 3. So we are given the coordinate of the 2 point and the slope of that line also is given. So the question is to find the value of y. So let us start the solution. Okay, the first coordinate we have is, we will name it as a, right? And the coordinate of the first point is negative 8 and 11. Another point is b, whose coordinate is given as 2 and y. Clear? And the slope of the join of this line is given as equal to minus 4 over 3. Is it alright? So the slope, this is the slope of this line. We have to find the value of y. So you know that how do you calculate the slope when the pair of points are given? The formula is y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This gives us the slope of the line when we have the coordinate of the 2 point. I told you last time also, this could be y2 minus y1 or this y1 minus y2. Clear? The order can be anything, but then whatever order you keep in the numerator, same order we will keep in the denominator also. This is equal to slope, and slope is given as equal to, so this is the formula, right? Now we will use this formula and punch the value. Now out of these two, anyone can be considered to be x1, y1. So we are going to take this point as x1, y1, and this we are going to take as x2, y2. So then the equation reduces to y minus 11 over 2 minus 8 is equal to minus 4 over 3. Is it okay? Now we'll simplify this sign. It will become positive, isn't it? And then we will do the cross multiplication. On the right hand side we can see our fraction is a negative number. So when you are cross multiplying, you have to be mindful. You have to know that this minus sign you are taking with numerator or you are taking with the denominator. Your wish. Am I very clear? So I am going to take this minus sign with the numerator. That means my denominator will remain positive. And then I am going to do the cross multiplication. So 3 into y minus 11 is equal to, now because minus 4, numerator is negative. Numerator is negative. So when we cross multiply, this becomes 10, right? And this is negative 4. So 10 into negative 4 becomes equal to minus 40. Now simplify. This side is 3y minus 33 and this is minus 40. Now we can transpose this term to other side. So this is 3y is equal to minus 40 plus 33, because this negative, when it goes to the other side, it will become positive. So finally your answer will be y is equal to, this side will become minus 7, right? And this 3 will go in the denominator. This is 3. So this becomes the value of your y. Have I understood? Thank you. Next we are taking question number 8. This question number 8 is to find the angle between the lines whose slopes are given. Find the angle between the line whose slopes are given. Clear? So let us, there are two questions in question number 8, right? So I am choosing number B, right? Whose slopes are given as, the first slope is, we will denote it by m1 and we will write this. The first slope is given in the question as 2, and then another slope m2 is given as equal to 3 over 4. 3 over 4. So these are the two slopes of the line. Am I very clear? Now the question is to find out the angle between them. Angle between them. That is, you have to find out the angle theta. Am I very clear? So in this case, we have a formula for finding the angle between the two lines when the two slopes are given, and that formula is tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. This is the formula to be used to find the angle when the two slopes are given. Am I clear? So we are going to use this and then calculate. So the question is to find out the angle. Let us put the value. M1 is 2 minus M2 is 3 over 4 divided by 1. Okay. Now this both the slopes are positive, so it will remain positive only. So this is just 2 into 3 over 4. Am I very clear? Now we can simplify. When we simplify this, in the numerator we have this fraction number, this whole number, we can consider this also to be fraction number, then the calculation becomes more easy. So LCM of this will be 4, 4 to the 8 minus 3. Is it okay? And then in the denominator we can simplify, but no need, we can consider this also to be fraction number. So this becomes 4 plus 6 divided by 4. Clear? This 4 and this 4 is cancelled. Now this is 5, 8 minus 3 is 5, and then 4 plus 6 is 10. Now further this can be reduced, and this is equal to 1 over 2. So tan theta we have got as equal to 1 over 2. So now we can find the value of theta. So to find the value of theta, this 10 will go to the other side. Whenever the trigonometric ratio moves from one side to another side, it changes into inverse. So it will be tan inverse 1 over 2. Clear? Now after this, you can use the calculator. You can use calculator, and using the calculator you can find the value. The value of this is coming as 26.56 degree. This is your angle between the two lines whose slopes were m1 and m2. Am I understood? Thank you. Now the next question, we are moving on to question number 9. Question number 9. Now you can see, I will read out the question. Question number 9 says, find the slope of the line. Find the slope of the line which makes an angle of 45 degree with a line of slope minus 6 over 5. Now here the question is to find the slope. Previous question we have calculated the angle. So when the question is to find the slope, right, we will use, when we have to find the slope, if one angle and one slope is given, we will use the similar formula, but there are two possibilities, so the formula will little change. Please be very mindful when you are calculating slope. If one angle and one slope is given, and if you are asked to calculate the other slope of the other line, clear, we will still use the angle formula, right? Angle between the two lines formula, which we have already seen in the previous question, question number 8. But because we are calculating slope, so there will be slight change in that formula, and that formula will be tan theta is equal to plus minus m1 minus m2 divided by, rest everything will be same, 1 plus m1 into m2. Is this very clear? So we are going to, because there are two possibilities that there can be two slope. There can be two slope. That is why we are moving with double sign. Am I very clear? So now in question number 9, what we are given is the angle. The angle theta. Theta is given as equal to 45 degree. And the slope of the other line is given as minus 6. Minus 6 over 5. This is the slope. This is one of the slope. Am I clear? So there are two slopes. One slope is given. So maybe we can mark it as M2. Suppose we have taken this as M2. That means now we will be calculating M1. So let us see how do we calculate. This is a little lengthy, so I will try to go a little shortcut because the space is less. Now we will use this values in this given formula. Now since we will get two slope, so one slope I will be calculating on the left hand side another slope I'll be calculating on the right side. Let us see how it is possible. Tan theta is 45 degree is equal to, one side we are taking with the plus sign, other slope we will calculate with the minus sign. One slope we will calculate using plus sign, another slope we will calculate using minus sign. So please be very mindful. So here I am going to take positive. That means m1 minus m2, and m2 is negative 6 over 5 divided by m1 plus, now the product of m1 and m2. Clear? Your m2 is given. So m2, that means this number into m1. So ultimately it will become minus. Am I well understood? 6 over 5, and this is m1. Is it okay? Now this implies, because of shortage of space, tan 45 value is equal to 1. We already know. And then right hand side we will just repeat as it is, m1, and this minus will become plus. This is 6 over 5, and then divided by 1 minus 6 over 5 m1. Is it okay? Now we will do the cross multiplication. So when you cross multiply, this will be multiplied by 1, so it will remain as it is. So 1 minus 6 over 5 m1. On right hand side we will have the numerator, that is m1 plus 6 over 5. Is it okay? Now we will collect the like term. Am I clear? So I am going to take this to right side so that this becomes positive, and then 6 over 5 will come left side. Clear? So m1 plus 6 over 5 m1 is equal to, because keeping in mind that this has gone to the other side. Clear? So that's why this has become positive. Now this time this is moving. So 1 minus 6 over 5. Is it okay? Now in the next step, when you simplify, this is a whole number, so we can consider this also to be a fraction number. Simplification becomes more easy. So this will total become 11 m1 over 5. And this side will become 5 minus 6 over 5. Am I clear? This 5 and this 5 will be cancelled. So this will become minus 1. And therefore, your first slope will become minus 1, and this 11 will come in the denominator. So this is 11. This becomes your first slope. I told you, when you are given angle and one slope, and if the question is to find out the other slope, obviously you will get two slopes. So one slope we have completed. Now I am going to calculate the other slope, other possibility. Now other possibility will be calculated by using the minus sign. So we'll start now. Tan 45. Now this time I am taking with minus sign. m1 minus 6 over 5. Rest everything will be same only. Okay. And denominator is 1 minus 6 over 5 m1. Clear? You know that the value of this tan at 45 degrees is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to, now minus m1 minus plus 6 over 5 divided by 1 minus 6 over 5 m1. Clear? Now this fraction number is negative. In the previous question also I told you, when your fraction is negative and if you have to do cross multiplication, you have to select that with whom you are going to take this minus sign. Am I clear? You have freedom. So I am going to take this minus sign with the numerator. So since I am going to take this minus sign with the numerator, that means the sign of this numerator will change. Both the term sign will change. And this will be multiplied by 1, so it will remain as it is. So 1 minus 6 over 5 m1. And then this side will become minus m1, and this is minus 6 over 5. Hope I am clear to you. Now after this we are going to collect the like term. So let us bring this m1 to this side. So m1 this side, and then 6 over 5 and then m1 is equal to, now 1 is going to that side. This is minus 6 over 5 and minus 1. Clear? Now when you simplify, this becomes 5m1 minus 6m1 divided by 5. And this side will become minus 6 minus 5. This is a whole number. We can consider this to be fraction number. Calculation will be easy, and denominator is 5. So this 5 and this 5 is again cancelled. Clear? This will become minus m1 and this side will become minus 11. Now both are negative, so they will simplify, and therefore your another slope of this line is n is equal to 11. So this is one slope and this is the other slope. Hope I could make you clear. Thank you. Now we are taking question number 10. This question number 10 is to find out the internal angle. Question number 10 is to find the interior angle of the triangle whose vertices are given. Am I very clear? Since the question is to find out the interior angle when the coordinate of all the three vertices are given, it is going to be very simple, right? But it is going to be very lengthy because we will have to do so many work. I will show you. So let us first of all draw the diagram. One small diagram. This is the triangle. Clear? And then the name of this triangle is A. This is B and this is C. Now we have the coordinate of all the 3 points. Is it okay? So the first coordinate A is 4 and 3. Coordinate of B is negative 2 and 2. Negative 2 and 2 is the coordinate of B. And then the coordinate of C is 2 and negative 8. Now let us see how the diagram makes the question clear. This is a triangle whose coordinate of all the 3 vertices are given, and the question is to find out the interior angles. Interior angles are this, this and this. Now we have to find out all these 3 interior angles. Is this very clear? That means we have to find the angle between this line and then this line. We have to find this angle by using this line and this line, and we have to find the angle this one using this and this. Is this very clear? So what we need is, in order to find all these 3 angles, we need to have the slope of all this line, because just now only in the previous question we have seen that there was a formula for calculating the angle between the 2 lines, right? Using slope. Using slope. Tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. So using that formula, we will find all the interior angle. And why I said that this question is lengthy is because to find this interior angle, first of all we have to find out the slope of all these 3 lines. And only after finding the slope of all the 3 lines, then we will find out all the 3 interior angle using that angle formula. Am I clear or not? So let us try to do it how it can fit in this board. First of all, let me name this angle. Suppose this angle is theta 1, this is angle theta 2, and this is angle theta 3. So we are asked to calculate this angle theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3. Now I told you, for finding this all the interior angle, first of all we need to have the slope of all the 3 sides. So we are going to start calculating the slope of AB, then BC and then CA. Is it well understood? Now to find the slope of any side, what you need is the slope can be calculated in 2 ways. By either using the angle of inclination or by using the coordinate of 2 points. Am I clear? Here angle is the question. That means we will calculate the slope of all the 3 sides using the coordinate of 2 points. So I am going to find the slope of AB side using the coordinate of this A and B, because these are the 2 endpoints of side AB. So using these 2 ordered pair, we will calculate the slope of AB. Similarly, we will calculate the slope of BC by using these 2 ordered pair, and then finally we will calculate the slope of AC by using the coordinate of A and C. Right? So once the slope of all the 3 sides are calculated, then we will be able to calculate all these triangles. So let us first of all start calculating the slope of all the three sides. So slope of AB. You know the formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, right? So you can select that which one you're going to take as x2 y2, x1 y1 and x2 y2. Clear? So maybe 3 minus 2 divided by 4 minus 2. This is 1 over 6. This becomes the slope of your AB. Hope I am clear? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Clear? So see the sign, you have to take proper care of sign. Now slope of side BC. So we are going to use this 2 point. Now you can choose which one you are going to take as x2 y2 and x1 y1. So I am taking this as x1 y1 and this as x2 y2. Your wish, right? So maybe 2 minus 8 divided by -2 and -2. Clear? This is now 10 over -4. This is equal to -5 over 2. This is the slope of your BC. Lastly, the slope of AC or CA. Right? So 3 minus -8 over y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 4 minus 2. This will become 11 over 2. Now finally we are done with the slope of all the three sides. Now we are going to start calculating the angle. So first of all I am going to start with theta 1. So tan theta 1. Now tan theta 1. Now this angle theta 1 is between line AB and AC. So we need the slope of AB and AC. AB slope is 1 over 6 and slope of AC is 11 over 2. Clear? So 1 over 6 minus 11 over 2. Is it okay? Over 1 plus 1 over 6 into 11 over 2. Is it okay? Now simplify. The LCM of this will be 6. 1 minus 33 divided by 1 plus 11 over 12. Now simplify one more step. This is minus 32 divided by 6 over. This will become 12 by the 12. 23 over 12. Now we can numerator is fraction, denominator also is fraction. So this line will be taken as the division sign. We'll change this division to multiplication. Ultimately this number will go upside down. So this is negative 32 over 6 into 12 over 23. 6 to the 12. So this is minus 64 over 23. Am I clear or not? After this, now we will find the angle theta. Angle theta. So for finding the angle theta, what will happen is tan will go to other side. It will change into inverse. So tan inverse this value. This is negative 64 over 23. So when you use the calculator, your value will be equal to 70.23 degree. Is it okay? Now let us calculate the value of theta 2. So tan theta 2 will be, now this theta 2 is between line AB and BC. So we will use the slope of AB and BC. AB slope is this and BC slope is this. So we are going to stop now. So 1 over 6 minus 5 over 2 divided by 1 minus 5, because anyway let it be plus only. 1 over 6 into minus 5 over 2. I thought I can write this minus sign here. Okay, now this will be simplified. So this is 6, and then this is 1, this is plus, this is minus, minus, plus, and then therefore this is 15. Check how it is calculated. Now this is 1 minus 5 over 12. One more step, 16 over 6 over 12 minus 5 over 12. Now check this division into multiplication. 16 over 6 into 12 over 7. 6 2s are 12, and therefore this is 32 over 7. Clear? Now we can calculate theta 2. So this 10 will go to the other side. So here itself I will show you. Theta 2 is equal to tan inverse 32 over 7. Am I clear? Use the calculator. When you use the calculator, the value of your this angle is coming as equal to 77.7 degree. Am I very clear? Now the space is complete. So we will use the space. I will need the value. Now we will be calculating the slope, the angle theta 3. So for this we will need the slope of AC and BC. Clear? Since I am going to delete this one, so AC, this theta 3, AC and BC, AC and BC, that is this two. So BC slope will be, this is just for my reference, BC slope is minus 5 over 2, and then AC slope is 11 over 2, because I will need this figure, right? Since we are going to calculate theta 3, and this angle theta 3 is between AC and BC, therefore we need AC and BC slope. Is it okay? Now we'll erase this 3 to fit the solution. Alright, so now tan theta 3 is equal to minus 5 over 2 minus 11 over 2 divided by 1 plus minus 5 over 2 into 11 over 2. Now when you simplify, this comes as minus 16 over 2, and then this will come as 1 minus 55 over 4. Simplify one more step, minus 16 over 2, and then this is 4 minus 55 over 4. Now we will change this division to multiplication. This is minus 16 over 2 into 4 up, and then minus 51 down. Am I clear? Now this is 2 to the 4. So finally your this is coming as equal to minus 32 over 51. Clear? Then theta 3 is equal to minus 32 over 51. So we can find out theta 3 by sending this trigonometrical ratio to right hand side. So it will change into inverse, and this is minus 32 over 51. Now once again we can use the calculator and we can write down the angle. So the angle is coming as 32.1 degree. This is your answer. This way we calculated all the three angles, interior, internal angle of a triangle. Is this very clear? Now at the end I would like to tell you is our answer is coming in decimal. Am I very clear? That is why this answer will be different from your book answer, because in the book answer is given in terms of degree and minute. Degree and minute. But because we are not using trigonometrical table, value table, right? So that is why we are getting our answer in decimal. So but the answer is correct, and then it is same as your in minute. Only there is a difference of unit. This is because we are not using the trigonometrical table. Thank you. Now after question number 10, starting from 11 till 18 are all very simple question, very basic question. All the concept of this many questions were already explained to you in the previous video, right? That is the condition for the lines to be parallel, the condition for the lines to be perpendicular. Is this very clear? So And then also you know how to calculate the slopes now, isn't it? Slope we can calculate by using the angle of inclination, or we can calculate the slope by using the coordinate of 2 points, isn't it? So you will find this question number 11 to 18 very simple, right? Just verbally I will show you question number 11, right? Question number 11. Now you can see here in question number 11, the question is find the slope of a line. Find the slope of a line parallel to a line whose slope is so and so. Now you are already given the slope of a line, right? You are given the slope of a line, and the question is to find the slope of a line which is parallel to this line. Clear? So that's very simple. You already know that if the two lines are parallel, then their slopes have to be same, isn't it? So in question number 1, in question number A, the slope is given as -3. That means the line which is parallel to this line also will have the same slope. So that answer will be same as the question only, -3. So in question number 11, all the questions will have the same answer, same as your question, because the lines are parallel. So when the lines are parallel, then their what? Slope must be same. Clear? Now question number 12. Question number 12 is find the slope of a line parallel to the line which passes through each pair of the following points, right? Find the slope of a line parallel. Find the slope of a line parallel. Clear? Now this time what happens is question number, we'll take one question of question number 12. We'll take A. The 2 points are given as, one is 0, 0, right? And then another point is 5 and 6. Clear? Now the question says that we have to find the slope of a line which is parallel to the join of these two. Is this very clear? So since we know that again the lines are going to be parallel, so the slope of this line will be same as the slope of the parallel line. So therefore you just calculate the slope of this, and the same will become the slope of your parallel line. And you know how to calculate the slope when the 2 points are given. So let us see once again. Slope is equal to y2 minus y1, so 6 minus 0 over 5 minus 0. So this is 6 over 5. Now this became the slope of your line that joins the 2 points, and then the slope of the line which will be parallel to the join of these 2 points will also be same. Am I very clear? So like this, now I will suggest you, I'm not going to touch the other questions. If the line is, anyway, one question more we will see for the perpendicular. Clear? Let us see question number 14. Question number 14. This is about the perpendicular. Perpendicular. The condition for the perpendicular is the product of the two slope has to be -1. So question number 14. Question number 14. We'll take one question of this question number 14. The two ordered pairs are 0 and 8. 0 and 8. And the other ordered pair is -5 and 2. -5 and 2. So whether the line is going to be parallel or it is going to be perpendicular, the first thing that we have to do is immediately we will find out the slope. So let us find out the slope. So slope will be 8 minus 2 over 0 minus -5. 0 minus -5. So this is equal to 6 over 5. Clear? Now the slope of the join of this line, this 2 point, is this. Is this okay? Now if this is the slope of this line, then what could be the slope of the line which is perpendicular to the join of these 2 points? Clear? So in that case, I told you the condition for the lines to be perpendicular is condition of perpendicularity is m1 into m2 is equal to -1. This is the perpendicular line condition. Clear? One of the slope is this. Maybe I will say that this is m2. Okay? m1 or m2, anything we can consider. This is suppose m2. So we will put this value for m2. So m1 is equal m1 into 6 over 5 is equal to minus 1. So m1 will become what? Just cross multiply, minus 5 will go up, minus 5 over 6, and this will become the slope of your line which is perpendicular to this one. Am I very clear? In brief, if I tell you for the perpendicular condition that the slope of one line is the negative reciprocal of the other. If the two lines are perpendicular, then the relation between the two slope is that one is the negative reciprocal of the other. Negative reciprocal of the other. Now see how. This is 6 over 5. The slope of one line is 6 over 5. Clear? Now what will be the reciprocal of this? Just upside down. So 5 over 6. And then what I said? Negative reciprocal. So just make it reciprocal and then put a minus sign. Change the sign. Change the sign. Don't say minus sign. Change the sign, because if this is minus, then this will become plus, or if this is plus, then this will become minus. So that is why first of all we wrote this in the reciprocal form, and then we have changed the sign. This is positive, so this is negative. So this is how we can find out the slope if the two lines are perpendicular. Am I clear? And if the two lines are parallel, then the slope of both the lines have to be same. So you just calculate slope for one line and then say that same will be the slope of the other line also. So with this, we are ending the session. We are ending the exercise 18. Clear? Thank you so much for watching the video. Enjoy learning us. Please put your hard work and then stay safe, stay home. Thank you. Take care.